Hello, good morning. Welcome back to School Corner with Jex Obinna. Okay, last time we were talking about things teachers should not do in the classroom, and I took time to make a number of to teach on what teachers should not do in the classroom. So I believe that if you have seen the video, it has been helpful. If you have not seen it, you can go back and check. There's a number of videos on that series. Now we're going to start another series, and this is very important. And this series concerns parents. Remember, School Corner is a page that deals with school issues. Talk about teachers, talk about school owners, talk about parents and learners. That wants to create academic excellence, and then we discuss things that concerns learners. For today, I'm going to start a series on that will help parents to decide, to know what to do before they take their child to any school at all. There are some 4 important factors you need to consider before you decide that, okay, this is the school I'm eventually settling down for my kids, particularly if they are freshers, maybe they are just starting school for the first time, or maybe if they are not doing well in any school, in the school they have been before, you want to move them, particularly for primary and secondary level of education. Very important and very key. Now, why is important to know this, is that if you have not done business before, you don't just start business because you have an idea. You still go and ask questions, you go and find out what to do, what not to do to make sure that the business will go well. If you have not used a car before and you're going to use a car, now you don't just go and buy it. You ask questions. In fact, the particular car in question that you want to drive, you go and start looking for people that are using that kind of car to make inquiry to find out how the car is, what is good about the car, what is the challenge about the car, what is the fault about the car. Now, all this arms you so that when you finally make the decision that this is the car I'm going to buy, you already know what to do in case of any issues. Now, it's not different when it has to do with taking your child to a school. In fact, you should take your time to check it out. Now, parents, a lot of parents, particularly average parents, they don't think it's necessary. They just go to school that are cheap, or go just find any school at all and then put your child. That's all, without considering some things. And over time, for me as a school owner and somebody who have been in school business, I've seen a lot of parents, after a while, they don't understand why their child is in a particular school. They don't know what is going on. Now, but they brought their child to that school, and then all of a sudden they're feeling like, what's going on here? I don't know why my kids are here. Now, it's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to take care of these things even before you bring your child to the school. So I'm going to mention them. I just want you to ride with me as we begin the journey today. Okay, very importantly, let me start by mentioning number 1. Now, the first thing you need to do as a parent that wants to take your child to a school is to consider your child. Consider your child. Okay, now let me explain. How do I consider my child if I want to take my child to school? Now, what you need to ask yourself, what will the school I'm taking my child to do for my child? What will this school, what is this school I want to take my child to register him or her, do in the life of my child academically and otherwise? This question is the first thing you need to ask yourself. It helps you to ask other questions. It helps you to make other inquiries about the school. Now, this child is your child. You know your child. You are being with your child. Maybe your child has special need. Maybe your child has special issues. Or maybe there's an expectation you have on your child. Now, all of these things put together forms the question of what will this school do for my child? So you don't just take your child to a school. No, you need to be able to ask yourself, what will this school do for my child? Now, I'm going to read out some things you need to also check out in line of what will this school do for my child, because it helps you to understand the school and understand that if my child have this need, can this school that I want to take my child be able to help my child? Now, your child's need. What is your child's need? In line of the question, what is your child's needs? Does your child need a more structural environment? Does your child need a less structural environment? Does your child need more challenging work? Does your child need individual attention? Does your child generally need extra help to do things? Does your child have any special learning need? Does your child need an extra environment that fosters creativity? Does your child need English language acquisition program? Now, these are questions you ask about your child's needs. That's number one. Then number two, your child's learning style. Okay. Does your child learn best by seeing how things are done? That's number one. Does your child learn best by reading about how things are done? That's number two. Number three, does your child learn best by listening? Number four, does your child like to participate in discussion? Number five, does your child like to learn through physical activities? Number six, is your child logical or mathematical? Number seven, does your child like to learn in groups? Does your child like to learn alone? Now, these are the questions you are asking yourself. Remember, you have not gone to this school. You are looking at your child's needs, and then you're asking these questions to be able to understand your child. So when you go to school, you look out for these things. Now, number three things on the need of your child, the things you consider for your child, is the location of the school. Do you want your child to go to school in a walking distance? That's number one question you ask. Number two, can your child's talent be nurtured outside your neighborhood? Because you know this is your child. Number three, how far are you willing to drive your child to school? Number five, how far are you willing to let your child be bused to go to school? That's if he's going to use school bus. Does your child want to be in school with his friends, or want to be in school where his friends are not? Does your child have any special transportation need at all? This video is to help you know the right things to do first before taking your child to any school, so that you don't let your child start in a school after 1 term or after 2 months. You're already worried because you're not getting the result, and then you're trying to move them again. So I see you tomorrow on the things you need to know before taking your child to a school. See you. Bye.